Hey everybody, it's me, Blue. Welcome to another Bottoms Up podcast kind of segment-y thing where we discuss post-E3 2018. I'm joined again with my buddies TM Sonic and Odin Spack, where we go through and kind of discuss all the conferences. This is just one of the many segments. I hope you guys really enjoy it. If you want to hear the whole podcast and not just segments, please go down to the description below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in there. Let's go talk about some E3.
Microsoft.
All right, so we can switch over to first party. I guess we'll call them first party because it's first party and second party technically.
The big three.
The big three. All right. So which one do you guys want to start with? You want to
Sega,
go?
PlayStation, and Nintendo.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Sega. All right, cool.
The Sonic racing game looks cool.
I was making it.
I know what you were doing.
I know.
So
Anyway, Microsoft.
probably the best.
So I
Microsoft.
thought,
Probably the best of the big three. To be fair, which is it's a shocker to say, but it's probably the best of the big three.
nope,
So-
their conference was the best of
Yeah.
any of them.
It's
Yeah,
so
but anyway.
funny because like you two are so much different than most of the friends I usually talk to. Like, oh no, they weren't that great. I'm like, what are you talking about? All they did was show content. It was awesome. Like,
It was.
Literally from start to finish, just game after
people are like,
game
oh
after
well, there's
game.
lots of stuff that's not memorable. And I mean, we'll move on to the other conferences and we'll talk. Yeah, there was definitely memorable stuff at the other ones, but there was lots of stuff.
They announced
Microsoft.
3 Gears of War games.
And the pop one looked hilarious. Oh my
I
god, I
know.
died.
I don't really care about that one.
But it made me laugh. I was like, "Oh my god, that series, the Bro series with that line of toys, just made me laugh from the irony." So,
They could have picked anything.
yeah,
Hope you know that's the beginning of the pop thing, like the pop games.
Yep,
Like, they're gonna have
will
like
be.
Lego style games from now on. It's
Yep.
gonna be crazy.
the strategy game for Gears looked really cool. That looked awesome to me. I
Oh
know-
my god, that I am so excited for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That looks very, very cool.
I know
I
TM.
think
That's
it's just
not your
called Gears.
thing,
I
but
think it's just called Gears Tactics.
yep,
I
yeah, it's like
think.
a tactical Gears game.
Oh my god, like it's turn based. I love Gears of War.
Yep.
I'm 100% down
I
for
feel like-
that.
I feel like each of us are hyped on like a different Gears game.
No, I'm still
not-
I'm still hyped this for 5, but
I'm not to say I'm not excited for Gears of War 5, but I don't own an Xbox One and I've yet to play 4. So.
4's on PC.
I like that it was a story trailer and it looks very interesting compared to how the fourth one left off.
Yeah, it was
It
a
had
very
Marcus
different
in it.
tone.
I haven't played 4, but Marcus was there. That was...
Marcus does not die in 4.
Well,
Spoilers.
clearly he was in 5. I saw him in the trailer.
So, but
Well,
no,
you know.
like the main character you play from 4 is kind of a dick in this trailer.
Yeah, I know. I was a little like, whoa.
He's like Marcus's son, right?
Yeah,
Adam.
that's
Yeah,
why
you
they
can
look
see-
very similar, right? Like you could see Marcus in him now, which is kind of funny.
His personality did a 180. I was
Yeah,
just like,
that's what
hold
threw
on,
me
what?
off. I was like, what has happened? It just makes me intrigued. Can I just make a note? So I'm a big ice level fan. The ice, just environments look effing gorgeous. Oh my lord, it looks so cool. Like they're so different for a Gears game. It looks cool. For me.
They did like a winter theme in Gears 2 a little bit.
They did, but not like that blue, right? Like the blue
Right.
with the white. Oh, it looked so cool to me. And the locales look really different because you had the ice and then you had a jungle, right? We haven't really had a jungle theme in Gears, so it's interesting to see.
Right.
Gears are going to be good.
Yeah. So
I'm excited for that next year.
Okay, something to talk about briefly. I think just briefly because it was a logo reveal, but a pretty good logo reveal. A
I
new
know where this is
Battletoads.
going.
yeah,
Yep.
uh-huh. I laughed when I saw it. I was like, well, I timed that for playing it really well.
I was like, I can't believe this. I was like, seriously? A new Battletoads? All right.
I'll take it.
When that trailer started, I didn't realize it was Battletoads. So I'm like, this is a rare game.
See, but I got it.
Immediately was like, this is a rare game.
Well, I immediately got it was bad because they're like the three. They said something to the 3, and I sat here, and it was something like a TMNT kind of quote, and I sat there and went, why are there 3? That's not TMNT. I'm confused. And I was like, oh, And I said it, and as soon as the logo dropped, I flipped. I was like, yes, Battletoads!
It's so dumb because the original game you can only play the 2 anyway. The third
Yeah.
one's kidnapped.
I was like, Mumbo?
Yeah, I was like, this isn't Banjo-Kazooie.
I'll be curious to see how much Rare has influence on that Battletoads game. Because I know they're like knees deep in the Sea of Thieves, but I wonder if they helped at least a little bit with it. Because I don't think they're mainly developing it.
I'd like to point out the graphics on that look cool as hell.
For what?
Like the Battletoads. They're so stylized.
Oh,
and
yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just the little things we saw.
I'd
You
be.
saw anything? I didn't think there was.
You saw the character models. That was about it, really.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
There was like animations off on the side and stuff when they were like
Yeah.
bringing stuff in. Yeah.
And for me, I kind of want it to be a TMNT Turtles in Time, but harder. And that to me would just be Battletoads revived for me. That's all it needs to really be for me to care. So.
They showed off Halo 6, like they debuted the trailer for it.
Was it? I don't know if it's Halo 6 though, because it was like Halo Infinite, and I have a strange feeling it might be MMO-ish. When I first saw it, I was like, "Is this a Halo MMO?"
Yeah, it could be, but it also definitely showed Master Chief. So
It definitely did. So I don't know. That's what threw me off when I saw Matt. I'm like, "But it has Chief." I'm confused.
Maybe they'll have a story and an MMO
Maybe.
replacing the multiplayer.
Maybe. It looked cool, all that kind of stuff. I think the lowest point for me in the conference was when they were doing Forza Horizon 4, because they just showed it for so long.
I was like, ooh, seasons.
Actually,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
kind of
right.
cool. That, to me, was kind of like really cool from like a map design, right? The fact that they had a lake and you're driving around it, but then the season would change to winter and you could drive on it. I was like, that's actually kind of cool from... You know, we haven't really seen that as a gameplay.
I was just like, can you get out of the car and walk around?
They said it takes place in England. I was like, why isn't it raining
No, Scotland.
every single season? I thought they said it was England.
No, it's Scotland.
I swear, whatever.
What else did Microsoft? They had a lot at Microsoft. Like,
They
there was a
started
lot.
off with Ori, the new Ori game.
That's
Which I think
right.
they said was a console exclusive, or
That
it
has
was
been.
something-
Ori's only ever been on Microsoft's consoles, so.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
neat.
Mm-hmm.
They look cute.
So that's really good. People are
And
really
pretty.
looking forward to that. We got that new From Software game, Seiko
Sarika?
Shadows Die Twice, which should
Which
just
look
be
cool.
called that.
It looks cool. So, I mean, for me, it was that was an interesting one. Kingdom Hearts 3, it's the first time because I've been gone media blackout on Kingdom Hearts 3, right? So it's the first
Yeah.
time I got to see it in a while.
Yeah, and that was
Oh
the first time it was revealed that
Yep.
E3 was during the Microsoft press conference.
Oh,
which is
such a
kinda out of
good
nowhere.
trailer. Can we just take a step back and just marvel how close those graphics are to the movies?
I was gonna say, like when they showed Frozen and when they showed Tangled,
Yep.
I was like, this is
Oh,
just
the Tangled
animation.
ones.
I was like,
What-
this is just animation from the movie, right? Like
Yeah.
it just looked. I was like, this just looks like it's animation.
And
from
it's
the
not
movie.
like if you look at I watched Digital Foundry and they actually did an analysis this morning of it, and it's not the same. But man, it's really close, especially so like in the scene with Frozen where they have where she comes out on the deck, it does the 180 and she's like in her like new dress and everything, right? Apparently that scene took 5 days of rendering. And then they showed the scene where you have a PS4 or Xbox One trying to render that in a matter of a second, right? And it's so close, it just makes your jaw drop. It's like, wow. Wow, has
I know,
power come so close?
When they showed Rapunzel doing the twisty thing, I was
Mhm.
like, holy shit, that's the best looking part in the whole trailer to me.
Yeah, I agree.
The face and the hair and everything. Just like,
like when her hair was braided.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
it literally looked like it was ripped right for the movie.
I
Literally.
was when Olaf talked, I'm like, is that Josh Gad? I don't think it was.
We'll see. They try to get approximations or the same, like when you play Kingdom
Well,
Hearts,
Tim Allen, and Tom Hanks are.
right.
I don't think they.
which is sad. I wish they would, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for that game. I'm really excited.
Jump Force.
I was about to
So
say that.
cool.
How about that random? I guess this isn't the first time they've done.
Oh no, I have the
a,
PS4 one, the J Stars Victory Versus.
Okay.
So,
It's similar to that, but this one looks A lot better graphic wise.
For everyone else, it's Naruto, Dragon Ball, and One Piece, and Death Note.
I think it'll be a
Yes.
few more. It might be a few more animes. I think
But
they're trying to.
it's at least those.
It's Anime Smash Bros.
Pretty much.
Well, I think isn't it play more like Xenoverse kind of style? game?
Yeah, it plays more like
it's an
Xenoverse
arena
than them.
fighter.
Yeah.
It's like an arena style fighter.
Okay.
To me,
Which is
what's
cool.
funny though is they announced that apparently the Death Note characters you can't even play as.
What?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah, you can't play as them.
They're gonna be bosses or something.
Why? That's so dumb.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Jump Force though, Devil May Cry 5. That was
How's
announced.
related.
Well, because it was released in that conference.
Oh,
No, it
yeah.
was PlayStation.
Was that Sony?
No, it was at Xbox.
It was
No,
at
you're
Xbox.
right. You're
But
right.
the reason why is because the art style reminds me the way that they're rendered the same in my head. And so, well, Death Note also and Devil May Cry. What a weird twist, because it's like the current Devil May Cry that they tried to do mixed with the old Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
He's so old.
Yeah.
because they showed Dante at the end. The first guy is like Virgil or something, isn't it? Or...
I
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
follow
know
it
the
completely, but definitely the guy at the beginning was a different character than the guy at the end on the motorcycle.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
I don't know
That's
who it was.
That's Dante, like the guy on the motorcycle at the end. So
I don't know.
I don't know completely,
Right.
but because I haven't played him.
But
But I know
I don't-
people did not like DMC Devil May Cry.
Right.
So
well, and this one has the original creator on board, so one of the original creators. I know it's not Himeki is not obviously doing it, but
The way they ended the conference with that Cyberpunk reveal was so cool. Like how they did that.
it wasn't because it was like I'm getting E3 2011 vibes with Watch Dogs because they did a very similar like hacking thing. But then
Yeah.
it was cool regardless because I was like, what game is this? And then all of a sudden I had to run and get one of the guys because he had stepped up for a smoke break because he thought it was done. And I was like, oh, I know what game this is. Crap, I have to go tell him because I remember him being a big Witcher fan. Crap, run and go. So I didn't get to see the very beginning of it because I had to go grab him. But
I mean, it was a cool trailer. I don't know anything about the series or. the
it's
game
brand
or
new.
whatever.
It's their own IP.
Oh, okay.
It's a fresh new IP that they're trying to make. So from the ground, it looks really
Okay.
cool. Apparently it's going to have a lot of nudity in it because the whole idea of the game is that humans have transcended their bodies, and it's going to talk about that whole concept of is the body sacred and all that kind of stuff. It's a cyberpunk theme that happens
Oh,
quite frequently.
Jesus.
But it sounds fascinating from like a concept. So you're going to see a lot of augmented humans and that kind of stuff inside of it. So I'm interested in it for Cyberpunk 20. I thought that was a cool reveal for Microsoft to have. Granted, they did show off
Yeah.
The Witcher 3 for the first time too, so they clearly have a good relationship with.
I
CD
can't remember.
Projekt Red.
I know there was a lot of announcements. I just can't remember all of them.
I don't care anything about Crackdown 3, but Terry Crews is pretty funny.
Crackdown 3 looks like a lot of fun for if I were to pick it up for $20. I don't know if I'll pick it up for $60, but just to blow crap up looks fun.
Didn't they announce Just Cause 3 as well?
4, but yeah.
4? Yeah. Whatever. I get those two
Um,
series mixed up.
And then there's some DLC coming for Cuphead. I don't know if you have to pay for it or not.
You
but-
probably will.
I like the subtitle. It's like something DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Like the acronym is funny.
Oh, is it
Uh,
DLC?
Yeah, it's like do something not. I don't know.
Oh, that's funny. I did
Oh,
not know
that was like my
That's-
favorite thing with Fallout, where they did the beta, where it was like break everything, the attempt or something like that.
I don't know.
Oh, look.
I don't know.
Fallout. They actually showed Fallout 76. That was the first time we'd
That-
seen
That was
That's
weird.
as well.
That was odd to me.
So that was interesting.
Overall, I give Microsoft a solid A.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's the only thing that could have made that an A plus to me was Banjo.
There was also Metro Exodus as well.
Yep,
That's
those
right.
games look cool. They're not my interest, but
They showed one right before that I was interested in. But I don't remember what.
oh, there it is.
Dying Light, The Division 2.
No. No.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
Yes, actually, I love that. I love Life is Strange. So yes,
Cool.
that looked cool.
So I got the acronym
should-
for beta. It's Break It
The heck
Early
is
Test
that?
Application.
No, I really like the Life is Strange series. So I'm looking
Sorry.
forward to it.
Nice. I haven't had a chance to play that.
I was like, where the heck is that sound coming from? It was my TV.
Oh, it's fine.
TV.
I was
Yeah,
like,
So what would you give Microsoft?
me? Like an
Yeah.
A minus.
It's an A for me. I agree
Yeah.
with TM on that one.
Like I said, the only thing that could have made it better was a banjo or something like that.
I
They
think
had
that's-
everything else.
Oh,
That's the thing. They had a really solid conference. There was a lot of stuff showing off, so I can't really fault it. But like you said, like the thing that was keeping it from like an A or A plus for me was just like those big things that like I would maybe personally be invested in. So
yeah. I mean, they did announce, though. Thankfully, they're like, hey, we bought these 5 studios. One of them being Ninja Theory, which was fascinating to see. That was a big name to pick up. So it was good that they're investing. They built one studio, and then they bought 4 more.
yeah,
So
like
that's
we're gonna buy a bunch of stuff. We
Oh,
need some
there's-
to
games
show.
on our platform.
And then they announced
It's
new
true.
Xbox hardware. Pretty much. They say we're working on it.
Yeah, like,
They did mention, yeah, that they're. You know what? That's the one thing I want to say before we move on. There was not one kind of peripheral or technology really like new kind of technology shown off at the C3.
Yep.
It was all games.
Yep.
And I mean, there were some VR games shown off, but I mean, VR is not new technology at this point, which is crazy to say that. But there was no new groundbreaking technology or anything like that shown off. It was just all games. So I thought that was cool.
And
speaking of VR. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to let you know the DLC acronym was the Delicious Last Course.
There you go.
So
Oh,
just to
so
round
it's
that off.
for sure paid then.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Cuphead in the Delicious Last Course.
Oh, that's great. Funny.
So Sony.
Yeah. We're getting up to
Uh,
Sony. Man, that
Sony.
beginning was really rough. Holy crap, the first half hour was like, what am I doing with my time?
I was getting really bad vibes about that. That was like,
I was like, are they going to be switching to the audience
Every time.
forward
I was like,
time?
oh. And I didn't even get to watch The Last of Us 2 because I feared spoilers for The Last of Us 1. So I literally had Michelle sit there and watch the first 15 minutes and be like, let me know when it's done. So I don't watch this.
I don't think it revealed any spoilers.
It
I
didn't
guess
really.
it
She
was-
told me it didn't. She's like,
Yeah.
so I could sit and watch it later to get my opinions of it. But
It looks really good though.
yeah, I did see some screens from it.
oh
So
my goodness, like it was brutal. Like it was. Oh
Dude, Last of Us
wow!
is
I
so
haven't
good.
played the original one, but I was like, holy crap! I was like, these are like every encounter. Like it's like I guess it could go differently if you did a different thing. It's just
Yeah.
none of
No,
it
it's-
seems scripted, but it definitely seems like you're watching a movie.
yeah,
Like it's
The- yeah,
crazy.
The like the narration and stuff throughout the first Last of Us was really good. Like how the story was presented and stuff.
hmm
It's really solid.
yeah. I'm planning to actually stream that first one this October. Figured it'd be a good Halloween game for me since I don't play very many horror games.
I'd rather
So-
you play Resident Evil 7, but
I do want to play one other horror game with it, so don't worry, that'll be in there. So maybe be RE7 then, as well with it.
All I know is I picked up The Last of Us for like $5 like last month or whatever.
For PS3 or for PS4?
For PS3, I don't have PS4. But I know I need to play it because I will definitely be picking up the second one.
it's not super long, so you should be able to get through it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say though, they showed me my game of E3.
Is that Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh my god, that game!
That looks so beautiful.
Oh
That
my
duel-
god, the
that-
physics!
The duel they showed.
Oh!
Like the cherry, like the blossoms or what? Like
Yes,
the
with the
petals.
leaves on the ground
was
and the
like-
fire in the background. I was like,
I was like, wow, this is a game. Like,
Yeah, this is pretty. This is
I,
beautiful.
I would like to point out that your video, when you talked about it, called it like three different things at
I
one
know
point.
it's Tsushita is what I meant to. It was what I was saying then, and it's Tsushima. I meant to put a text up that said that, and I said, "Screw it, I'm done. I'm nah." So, but yeah, Tsushima.
It
oh,
looked really
game,
pretty. The gameplay, on the other hand, I wasn't like.
I disagree. The
gameplay looks
one-on-one
great.
combat one-on-one combat looked like really strategic. Exactly
No,
what
I
I
mean
want
that
from a
looked
samurai
cool,
fighter.
but like the stealth stuff, I was like, hold on, this is more of a ninja thing. What are you doing?
Right. Well, as I addressed in my video, like, yeah, it's to me, it's this is weird. Why are we ninjaing with samurai? The two didn't do that, right? So,
Maybe he is a ninja.
maybe is, and I hope they explain it. But my God, that game, I could not believe was a game. I sat there and went, wow, because of the physics level. Like, you know how much. But if you also look at the game, right? I sat back and thought about it. There aren't really many NPCs on a screen at once. So they're pretty much
No.
dedicating everything to those environmental physics.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's very impressive looking though, for sure. Like, I thought The Last of Us 2 looked really good, and then I saw this and looked
yeah.
good.
And they did what I asked. They gave me a second round game, right? One last game outside of the last. Like, we're going to get The Last of Us, we're going to get
Right,
the
right.
Tsushima, and then Death Stranding. And, like, that's what I asked for, right? Was one more round before we get the new hardware. Just make me appreciate this generation more.
Now, there's one thing to be said about graphics. Like graphics don't make a game.
No.
I always feel that graphics don't need to make the game, but they need to kind of be part of the experience.
Yeah.
Like I'll say a game has bad graphics if they don't match whatever really is going on in the game, for instance. So like this, it makes sense that this game has ultra gorgeous graphics just because of like the environments and like the style of it. Like,
Right, it's an art style. For me, you have bad graphics if
Right.
you don't have a good art style. It comes down, it's not even the Nintendo games for me, right? The reason I say
Right.
Nintendo has good graphics is because if you can take away the resolution piece of anything, right, or the graphic settings, and just apply it, like you can, it always scales well because it looks right. It was built.
Some of those
correctly.
old games hold up well just because like they fit everything at the time, and they fit the gameplay of it too. They don't distract from anything.
Right, they add. They're an additive piece. They're not a. They take away. So.
So in that sense, yes, like I would not, and I mean, like, look how good this looks. Like this would be obviously if you're watching this on YouTube right now, Blue's showing some footage right now. Look how gorgeous this game looks. Like, oh my god.
It definitely looks nice.
Yeah. So, and then they jump to from there. I like the little snippets of Dreams, by the way. That was a cool touch. I like how they did that, where like in between games they showed a little snippet of Dreams, of what it could be. Made me chuckle. I don't know
What
if
do
I'm
you mean?
interested. All those little vignettes that appeared, right?
Like the piano playing dude.
Yeah,
and
the piano playing dude. There was like a wolf thing on one of them.
they were just random.
And they were random. That was Dreams. That was a snippet from Dreams.
Is that a game?
It is a game. It's made by Medium Molecule. They announced it 5 years ago.
Okay, I guess I've just forgotten.
It's been through
about it.
development. Yeah, it's been through development hell. And I can't believe Sony's given them this much time to get it right. But it's coming out in a few months, like 7 or 9 months. I don't have any interest in it. We'll see who does. But they did show it off finally.
They showed off Death Stranding, and the gameplay. I know you're enthused by it. I just didn't. It didn't answer anything for me. I'm like, well, you're just walking around.
You know what?
But that's fascinating to me.
I think the most fascinating thing about this game is that we still don't know anything about it. And honestly, I think that's great because I feel like the less you know about like everyone's interested in it and everyone's going to get it. And you know what? It's probably going to be awesome. So I think it's great that we don't know anything about it because that means everyone's going to go in completely blind, not knowing a thing that's going on in the game. And then everyone's going to discover at the same time
Just
what
look at
in the hell
PT.
we're actually doing.
Look at PT and look at Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, I know Metal Gear Solid 5 as a package had its problems. Don't get me wrong. It had its pieces that Konami didn't let Kojima finish, okay? And his team finish, right? But look at what got finished. It's legendarily good, right?
Right.
I cannot wait to see this because for me it seems different. I have not played a game like this. An open world game that you deliver. Trust me, there'll be more than just delivering packages from one spot to the next. I will lay money on that.
That's probably
Oh,
just
yeah.
that's probably one very small part
piece,
of,
right.
of a big game.
Right. I'm fascinated to see because we've never played that kind of a character, you know, where you're that kind of person. And I feel like you could tell a really good a good narrative with that, right? Somebody who isn't supposed to be the superhero, right? But he helps the superhero piece.
So I know this is random, but did Norman Reedus' character say fuck during one of the cutscenes?
I don't know.
Oh, I need to know because that was shown on Disney Channel or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know.
I want to say yes because I was talking to people and they're like how did Disney XD think this was appropriate? It was appropriate to show E3 on their channel like live.
Because I think he definitely said the F-bomb. I, I was thinking about that, like, oh no.
Like, did they show Bethesda on Disney XD?
Oh God.
Because there was lots of.
Oh, that was another piece. Oh my God. Fuck Nazis. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Can we just
Yeah.
say that? That was amazing. God.
So I know you said your game of show was the Ghost of Tsushima.
Mhm.
Aside from Smash Bros, my game of show was also during Sony.
Spidey.
The Resident Evil 2
Ooh.
remake.
That was such a cool way to show it too. I knew we were a rat. I had figured it out after a few minutes. I was like, "Oh, we're a rat," because Ben was puzzled. He was sitting next to me watching it with me, right? And he's sitting there and he's like, what's going on?" I was like, "Oh, you're a rat. Can't you? You can hear it." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, you're right," because you could hear the shuffling, right?
Yeah.
I was not expecting it to where it led to, right? That was really cool. That was an awesome way to show
I
that.
watched the gameplay after like the
Yeah.
next couple days. It looks fantastic.
Yes, it does. Oh, it looks cool.
There's
It
actual
looks-
gameplay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like RE4 but really dark. And when I say dark,
Put that
not-
in so they can see it.
I will.
All right, put Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 7 have a baby.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
when
you
I say
get.
dark, I don't necessarily mean like gruesome. There's no
It's
light.
literally
It's just
dark.
literally dark. You have to use a flashlight everywhere because you're in a city with no power. Is kind of the idea that they're going for.
I was like Leon. I was told even like makes like comments like you can tell he's a young Rook. And
Mhm.
he's just like this is fucked. He's like this is fucked.
It
This is
looks
fucked.
like an enhanced RE6, which my buddy who was not a fan of RE7 because he's like this is going away from everything I had liked from 4, 5, and 6, right? He's like I don't like
Yeah.
where 7 was going. To me, this feels like a callback to the people who liked 4, 5, and 6, but took what
I
they
love
learned from
7.
7 and applied it to that formula.
Yeah.
They kept the horror aspect, but
Yep.
made it like the gameplay like.
Yep. So
I'm
I'll
just
be
so
excited
glad
to see
Resident
him.
Evil's getting back on their feet.
Yep. Capcom in
And
general
even-
is. I really feel Capcom in general. With Monster Hunter World, RE...
Fighting game division aside.
Yeah, fighting game division, I agree. That one is struggling. But I would say with RE, Mega Man looks really solid. I'm really hoping it keeps down that trend. I really am. It's got a weird few animation pieces, but that's fine.
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry looked decent. And then I had one other in my head and it floated away. Oh, Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter World did
Oh,
really
you said
well.
that
So
already.
oh, it did. I don't know. So,
Whatever.
but yeah.
Spider-Man looked good.
Spider-Man. Oh man,
Oh, I
Looks
cannot
cool.
wait.
Spider-Man looked good.
That's one of my games in September. I'm super excited for.
Spider-Man Arkham City
Yep.
looks good.
Pretty much.
I
Pretty
say.
much.
So, did that quirrel your worries though, TM? Because you said you were worried beforehand.
Why did I say I was worried? I don't remember.
You were just worried it was going to live up to what it was.
Oh, I mean, it looks good. We gotta wait till release. I can't
Okay.
really say much.
People were
Like-
saying Negative Man was the main villain before, like going into that, but after that, I would say he doesn't appear to be.
Right.
Whoever it is who they didn't show.
Right.
Which
I thought that
I think,
might have been saving him, but I wasn't sure.
I think it's Kingpin.
It's Goblin.
Bad guy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no clue, and I cannot wait to
Kingpin's
find out.
definitely in the game because I saw parts of the trailer where he's fighting like Kingpin's like goons.
Nice.
I don't know.
I'm
It looks
excited.
really good though.
Yep.
Yep, same.
It looks
So they
very
didn't really show
impressive.
much else though. That like
No.
aside from the big four, they really just kind of
That's the
Right.
thing. They didn't have a lot of stuff, but the things they did show were very impressive.
Yeah. Well, you could clearly tell this is the last wave of PlayStation 4 games. You could see the dust settling before what's to come next.
I know it didn't, but it feels like the PS4 is still really new. I know it didn't just come out.
I feel like I hit that head when I said it, because the first 2-3 years we didn't have much, right? It was all ports and remakes and all that. So
yeah, I give Sony a B.
Yeah,
really.
I agree with that. B.
I would also give them a B.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you to TM Sonic and Odin Spack for joining me for this awesome Bottoms Up reunion as we talk about E3 2018. If you guys like this video, there is a playlist down below with the other 2 segments that go along with it. Also, if you like it, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more content just from my channel alone, please go hit that subscribe button. I try to post new videos every week, as well as put up new reviews on occasion. So if you're interested, please hit those buttons. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.